You married a woman who was divorced by her husband when she was pregnant, and then 2 years later, she cheated on you with her ex-husband. Hello, everyone. So I'm sorry for not posting last week. Even though I promised 2 weeks ago, I think I promised that I'm gonna be like a lot more consistent because I have like a few DMs that I need to tell you guys about. But yeah, I was going through some stuff. I think I've been feeling sad. I'm not sure, just confused because I'm at that part of my life where I just watch like people my age, my friends. They just, move forward in their life. They're doing all of these great things. Everyone have like their own talents. All of them have something they're passionate about, or like they have something that they're genuinely good at and everything. And I think I'm just here. I don't think I'm great at anything. And I've been trying to figure out what is it that I want out of this life, because I didn't think that I was gonna be here today, be alive for this long. I never really had a plan for my life. Obviously I like talking to you guys, but like in a bigger sense, like what do I like career wise? Like I don't have hobbies other than reading. I don't know, I just felt like everyone's doing like all of these great things and I'm just wow, depression. But let's just get on with today's story. Get your chokodo, get your nasi ayam penyet ke, get your laundry, whatever, and let's get on with today's story. Hello everyone, we're back with another story. This is another one of the story submissions in my DMs. Today's story started with a guy, and we're gonna call him Gojo. So Gojo got married to his wife when he was quite young. Gojo got married when he was 23, and at that time his wife was 21. And at that time, Gojo had nothing. He had no car, he was financially unstable, and he was living in like a rental that's not so like in a good condition. Now Gojo's 21-year-old wife, we're gonna call her Ghetto. Obviously at that time when Gojo told his parents that hey, I'm planning to get married to Ghetto as soon as possible, Gojo's parents were like, are you sure? Because you're not financially stable, you don't even have a car, like can you even provide for Ghetto and also Ghetto's daughter? By the way, Ghetto was married before, but she was divorced from her husband, and she had a child with her ex-husband. So her marriage with Gojo is her second marriage. So that's why obviously Gojo's parents were very concerned, because like, you're so young, Gojo's so young, he's like 23, can he provide for a wife and a child like so suddenly, right? And Gojo was very confident about it. Gojo was like, yeah, of course I can provide for them. But in reality, he was pressured by Ghetto, because Ghetto was like, you know what, if you love me, you have to marry me. Like right now, you have to marry me right now. I don't care that you're 23 and you're financially unstable. And eventually they did. Gojo got married to Ghetto on Ghetto's birthday, and everything was fine. I forgot to mention that Ghetto's a daughter from her previous marriage. That child's 3 years old. Like a little backstory about Ghetto, right? So when Ghetto's parents found out that Ghetto got pregnant, she was fairly young when she got pregnant with her daughter, right? So when her parents found out that Ghetto got pregnant, they became like, they were so pissed off, they were mad, and they kicked her out of the house. And then when Ghetto's ex-husband abandoned her when she was pregnant, Ghetto's parents naik angin lagi sekali, but they didn't really help out Ghetto. So that's how Ghetto ended up being a single mom with a 3-year-old daughter. So after Gojo got married to Geto, everything was fine during the first year of their marriage. Geto was very lovely. She was very loving towards Gojo's side of the family. After 2 years of them being happy together as a married couple, Geto finally decided that she wanted a job because she's bored. She's bored just staying at home taking care of her daughter, and so she got a job. And because she got a job, they both of their income made them quite financially stable to move to a bigger house. Right after they moved to this bigger house, a better house, and Geto was working, she started posting a lot of status, a lot of posts, a lot of stories, indicating that she's not happy with the fact that Gojo is earning less than her. And she would rant about her marriage. She would rant about Gojo on in public statuses and stories and everything. She would rant about him not making enough money. She would rant about him not being able to understand her, how he's egotistic and all of everything basically, which is weird to me, because if you're ranting about your marriage, your husband, your wife, your partner, whatever, in public, on your status, on your stories, and it's not even on your close friends, everyone can see it, including your in-laws. So that's how Gojo's sister found out about them having issues, whatever. And by the way, this DM, it was sent by Gojo's sister. Personally, I always found it a bit off if you rant about your marriage or whatever online. If it's close friends or whatever, that's fine, but I feel if you rant about it to publicly, it's a bit off, unless if it's big issues like abuse or whatever, other stuff, then that's fine. But if it's just petty stuff like this, just small fights or whatever, I don't think you should be posting about it on for everyone to see, because I don't know, it would also affect your relationship with your in-laws. So na'uzubillah, I hope that don't happen to any of us. People can change, but let's just hope that we don't become like that, inshallah. Obviously once Gojo's family saw all of this status and the stories, whatever, they thought it was just a normal fights between husband and wife. It's bound to happen. They've been married for 2.5 years now. So Gojo's family thought it was normal, it was fine. But things got worse when Geto's parents decided to move in with Geto and Gojo. When Geto's parents moved in with them, she never cooked for her parents, she never cleaned after her parents. It was always Gojo who's doing everything. And sometimes Gojo's parents would come over to Gojo's house and helped Gojo out, clean the house and cook and everything, because they kesian dekat Gojo, kesian dekat anak sendiri kan. So yeah, Gojo's parents would come over and help Gojo out, just so that they could provide for Geto and her parents, while Geto never really does anything in the house. Same with her parents. Because Gojo's parents and Gojo, they're so nice, orang pijak kepala, so Geto's parents started to treat Gojo's parents like they were maids, housemates. Whenever Gojo's parents would come over to Gojo's house, Geto's parents would just order them around. Then time flew by. And Gojo and Geto's relationship never really got better. They kept fighting, something was always wrong. And then it got to a point when Gojo's sister saw, one day, she randomly saw Geto out with her ex-husband. So obviously Gojo's sister told Gojo's parents about this, and Gojo's parents confronted Gojo about this, told him that, hey, we saw your wife, we saw Geto with her ex-husband. They seemed like they were on a date. And Gojo was like, I I don't know, like that's nonsense. Maybe you guys were just making things up. Maybe you guys were just seeing things. I don't believe you. Gojo was very adamant in like protecting his marriage and his wife, and he never really liked it when people talk about his marriage or whatever, and somehow he never really did anything when his wife was talking stuff like smack about him. But like for some reason when other people were talking about his marriage, he became, you know, pissed off and mad, which is, you know, respect. Like, Gojo, I respect you so much for this, but like your wife is pissing me off. There were times when Gojo had to go to work at night because of, you know, night shifts and everything, and Geto's ex-husband would come pick Geto up from her house, well, from Gojo's house, and then they would go. I don't know where they went, but they just, you know, it happened often. And, you know, Geto would often leave her daughter with her parents at home, and, you know, she would go out, I guess on a date or whatever, with her ex-husband. After some time, you know, eventually Geto ran away from home. Geto ran away with her daughter, and she followed her ex-husband. Like, she ran away with her ex-husband and her daughter. Like, one day she just decided, you know what, I'm gonna go to my daughter's preschool, I'm gonna pick her up, and then I'm gonna follow my ex-husband who abandoned me when I was pregnant with my child. Yeah, I'm gonna follow him and run away from my perfect little husband just because I'm feeling adventurous. So yeah, Geto disappeared from Gojo's life along with her daughter, and obviously Gojo was depressed. Gojo was all over the place because his wife just ran away from home. Gojo himself started to not come home. He started to not pick up calls. He started to, you know, not talk to anyone, his parents, whatever. After a couple of months, Gojo got a lot better. He moved on, slowly, but he moved on. And, you know, he started to listen to his parents, and then he moved out from the house where Geto's parents were still staying at. Moved out of the house and then started to live as a normal single man. And obviously Gojo's parents asked him, trying to talk him into going to court so that he could, you know, process his divorce from Geto. And he did. He went to court, filed for divorce, and, you know, court contacted Geto multiple times, but Geto never showed up. And, you know, never replied, to the point that JPN even sent a letter to her house, but she never responded. To everyone's surprise, one day Geto randomly texted Gojo's mom to ask her whether or not it's true that Gojo filed for divorce. And when Gojo's mom was like, well, yeah, he did file for divorce because you ran away with another man, you left him. And Geto said to Gojo's mom, like,
well, yeah, I get it, I ran away from home with another man, but like, why would Gojo do this? Like, why would Gojo file for divorce? I don't understand.
And Geto was all like, you know,
I don't care that I ran away from home. Like, I'm still his wife. He has no right to file for a divorce. When I knew nothing about this, like, where's the respect? Like, I get it, I'm wrong, but I don't care that I'm wrong. So like, what's up?
Alhamdulillah, even after, you know, Gojo found out that Geto came back and, you know, was saying all of this stuff, he never really cared, I guess, because he was all like, okay, I'm still gonna file for divorce. I don't care that you don't think that it was a big mistake for running away from home. Like, I am still processing this divorce, whether you like it or not, and I don't want to be tied with you in any way whatsoever. So let's go to court, okay? But yeah, eventually the divorce was processed. Everything was fine. I think Gojo is doing a lot better now. I hope he is, because, like, you know, the girl who submitted the story, she never really, you know, say how her brother is currently doing or whatever, but I hope that he's doing a lot better now. Gojo's sister, the girl who DM'd me this DM, ended her DM by saying that, you know, what I'm trying to tell everyone who's watching this is that please choose your husband or wife wisely. You know, whether or not he or her has problems, one should stick by their side. Marriage means you should accept who he or she is in any kind of condition, and I hope both Gojo and Geto find their own happiness, and so do everyone that's watching this. She's a lot better than me because I wouldn't be able to wish Geto any sort of happiness after what she's done to my brother. I think Gojo's entire family is just so nice and someone needs to protect them. Betul lah apa Gojo's sister said, if you ever want to get married, choose your partner wisely, because I don't know, it's a scary, like I said, it's a scary world out there. So just choose your partner wisely and protect yourself. Like, put yourself first. But yeah, I guess that's all for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it until here, thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. I post short stories on TikTok daily, so feel free to follow my TikTok if you haven't already. And if you want to be my friend and you want to DM kita, chatting, you can follow me on Instagram. But yeah, I guess that's it for this week, right? Am I missing something? I don't think so. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching again. If you guys have any other stories that you guys would like to share, my DMs and my emails are always open for both men and women. See you next week. Inshallah, everyone. Bye bye.